What is good, boys? So today I'm going to be working on part 2. Part 2, risk management. If not the biggest the biggest thing, the absolute biggest thing, the only thing that will save you from what I told you would happen to you in the last video. It won't save you, but it'll dramatically make it better, okay? Let's go over some very simple risk management strategies. The first one that I'm going to talk about is risk 1% on your trades. Don't let me ever catch you ever risking 2% or anything higher than 1% unless you're dumb, okay? Risk management, okay? Risk 1% on your trades, dude. How? On your trades, okay? All the, dude, what? The time, okay? Why are we gonna be risking 1%? Why am I opening TradingView right now? Why are we gonna be risking 1%? Great question. I can shut out of that. And like, what is this? The ChatGPT. I can shut out that. Actually, do I keep that though? I kind of want that though. Hold up. Let me move that over here. Alright. Why are we going to be risking 1%? Good question. Hold up. My genius. Oh, I'm a genius. Why are we going to be risking 1%? Because, looky here. Say we have a... I'm not explaining this. Risk 1% all the time. If you lose 10 trades in a row, it only equals minus 10%. Okay? If you win one trade, it's plus 3%. Okay? Alright, but we're going to get into that later. Anyway, risk management, sorry. Only risk 1%. If you're risking too much of your trading account, trust me, I had one out of 25 trades on MetaTrader when I had started trading on my personal money account. 1 out of 25. You know how bad that is? I mean, I don't even know how bad that is. 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 1 out of 25. That's why. Because you don't expect yourself to have a horrible win rate at the start, but you will. So, always risk 1%. Now, how are you going to gain money? Gain min of... How do you spell minimum? Is that right? I definitely spelled that incorrectly. 3%. Okay? What do I mean by this? Whenever you enter a trade, okay? Hold up, let me change this to 20. Whenever you enter a trade, you want this. I'm going to get on how to put this at 1%. But you want this to be at 1%. And you want this to be at 3%. How are you going to do this? A 1 to 3. So, down here, if price decides to just hit right here, right where price will take you out of the trade, needs to be 1% of your account. Right where price will give you money needs to be a minimum of 3%. And also a maximum of 3%. Why is this? Why is this? Okay. Why am I saying you need to take a max of 3%? You can't take home more than 3%. This is my opinion, the best way just to trade, at least when starting, because you get too confident. I want you to look at my trades from the past 2 days. Specifically this one, okay? Say I had seen this, right? I set this up a perfect 1 to 3. I did not stretch my take profit here. Did not stretch my take profit here. Why? Because I'm aware that price is not perfect. Liquidity could be used as an order block. Okay? I'm aware price is not perfect, and you need to be limiting your gains. As weird as that sounds, people are going to disagree with me with that. But you need to be limiting your gains, because turning a 1 to 3 into a 1 to 4 is so tempting. But I was tired of having this happen to me. Especially whenever I say don't exit trades early. Like, I had to find a way to minimize this flaw. So I decided just to stick myself in the head with a knife. That didn't make sense. Horrible one right there. And limit my my take home profits. I know. It's crazy. I'm thinking about how crazy this is as well. But it fixed my problems. So if you want to be profitable how I'm profitable, do this. You know what I'm saying? This one right here also a 1 to 2. Why had I made it a 1 to 2? Because I'm 1 to 2.8. I really only should be taking 1 to 3s, but I was very confident in this trade. And right where a 1 to 3 was at the bottom of this fair value gap. When if I move price up a little bit higher, I'm getting, I would assume, a 25% higher win rate for only risking 0.2% more. So I'm changing this every single day of the freaking week, okay? Every single day of the week, okay? Every day of the week, okay? Now, let's continue with my risk management. Gain a minimum and a maximum of 3%, okay? Next one. Only one trade a day. Why do I say only one trade a day? Because, hear me out. This has happened so many times. I make $400. I enter another trade thinking I can make $100. I lose $150. And now I'm at $250 when I was at $400. Okay? It can also go this way. You make $400, you're overconfident, you take a setup you shouldn't have taken, and you lose $150. Now you're at $250. Okay? You don't think it's smart when you have a big cocky brain after you make $400 in a day. Okay? Also, you lose $150, you get angry, you enter a trade, say you over leverage or just lose the trade flat out perfectly, you're now down negative $300. So if you make perfect money the next day, which odds are you won't because you're trying to make this back, you're going to end up exiting early. Literally only take one trade a day. Close the markets. Don't live in the Forex markets. Live in life. Live in life. Don't live in the markets. You lose a trade for the day, you lose 150. I'm just using these numbers because it's the same amount it's the 1% on the 15K account. And 450 is 3%. So you lose 150. You shut off the markets. You reset. You sleep. You think differently whenever you're not down $150, man. Also, one trade a day. Nice. Got that out the way. Anything more for risk management? I mean, not really. Risk 1%, gain 3%. Only one trade a day. Pretty darn simple. This was the risk management. What happens if you don't follow this? You will blow accounts, you will lose all your money, and you will be more depressed than me. Yes. That's how it is.